Hey, survivors. This is Tin Pony. How you doing today? Yeah, okay, I don't care. Um, what we're going to do today is we're going to dive some caves. We're going to dive deep caves that are worth diving, and we're going to dive some short caves that really are kind of questionable, and we'll show you how to find them. This is one of the deep caves that I've actually dived before. You see the slanted rock, and it's got the clam on the tip of it. And I put a marker on it, but we'll go down here. We'll follow the smoke, follow the smoke, and our little buddy down here is pointing the way to the way in. And this goes down to the bottom. Now, all the caves of this type are going to be exactly the same, except for the number of boxes in them and the type of boxes. You can find gold boxes and green boxes, and just break them open, take what's inside of them, and head back up before you run out of breath. If you're down here when you start to drown, you want to do a fast swim all the way back up to the surface. You should just barely make it. Now on the right, you see this yellow plant. I go out to the left, swim straight, and then go left in an upward spiral, and that brings me back out. So again, fast swim. You really should know that if you're going to be doing this. But you can usually get out before you drown too bad, before you actually have to respawn. These marker posts are nice because you can hang loot on them that you don't necessarily want in your inventory right now. And if you've got a boat, you can come out, pick it up later, or you can just make a special trip out and pick it up sooner. Anyway, there's the ledge with the clam on it, and that's where I put the marker for these. I'm going to swim back down here. I think I left something. Swim right back down to the bottom. Oh yeah, that component kit. That's worth diving it again. And pick up that component kit and get out of here. And again, I put that yellow plant to my right, and I go out to the left. It's a straight swim, and then spiral up to the left. And all of these caves, all of these deep caves are going to be exactly the same, like I said, except for the number of cases in them. Even the glowworms will be in the same positions. So there's your landmarks to get to it. And we'll do one more here in a different location. That one's got a post on it too, but you can see just to the right of my head, you can see the clam on top of that smooth rock. That's what I look for when I'm out gathering resources, or if I'm just looking for new caves to put markers on. And we'll swim up here so you can see it from a couple different angles. But the cave is right under the tip of that rock that has the clam on it. And you can follow the smoke down into it. You can follow the petroleum geysers down into the cave. And it's advisable to get a good, big, deep breath before you go down. So we're going to follow these geysers down, and they'll go in a spiral to the right and down and down. There's our buddy pointing our way to the crack to the bottom, and his buddies are down here making sure you got some chests. So we'll crack these open, take the goods, and it's best to just grab everything and swim up than to try to sort out your inventory down here. If you run out of space in your inventory, don't drop anything. Just swim back up to the top, sort it out, and then swim down and collect what you left. It's the way I do it anyway. You play your game. But anyway, every one of these deep caves is going to be the very same. Once you learn how to dive them, you can even dive them at night. I've got one at the end of this video. You can see it isn't that much different. Now this beacon, I have a video on how to make this beacon. It's it's basically just scrapwood blocks that run from the clam up to the surface plus a little, and then it's got some unrefined wood posts on it. And I just swam into shore, cut those, and put them on there. But I do have a video on how to do that. They're nice because that's all they take is a couple of unrefined posts. Um, there's no setup or electronics or anything for it. So it's nice and cheap. Now, this other type of cave is what I call a short cave. It's just that brown sandstone rock with a lily pad garden growing on it. And if you swim down by this yellow leaf, you'll see there's an opening. And this goes straight down. It's not very deep. And there's two clams down here and some jellyfish plants. Now, that jellyfish plant actually has, there's nothing else here. That jellyfish plant and glowworm are at the mouth of a tunnel that goes back here, and that's it. Um, Sometimes there will be chests in there. Usually when it does spawn chests, it pays off really well. But I don't know if it's a one-time thing for these caves or if it just takes a long time to spawn a new cave because I don't mark them. It's just that brown sandstone that's kind of squarish on the bottom. It almost looks like you could mine it if it was on land. So here's another deep cave, and we're just gonna follow the smoke. And down through the slot, and we're gonna loot. I'm just gonna show some looting for a few minutes here. as promised, here's the night dive on a deep cave, and it's just the same thing as daytime. You can see the smoke, and it spirals down to the right, and you keep going right. There's our little guy. He shows up good at night, and down the hole, and this one has two chests. So pretty simple, pretty easy once you get into a routine with them, and they are spread out quite a bit. But I hope this will help get you into diving these caves and picking up on some of this loot out here. Anyway, and I do care. I do care how you're doing. Leave me a note if you like. Thanks for watching. We'll do this again.